Welcome back, or welcome in general. Today we're looking at a bit of an out there kind of a topic. How do you feel when you're playing the drums? If you don't feel comfortable sharing that experience down below or that feeling, private message me, let me know, or keep it to yourself and just reflect and see what you feel like. But I think it's pretty important that we find out and identify what we feel like when we're playing the drums, um, because if we don't really have that connection, then it's not going to come out very positively on the instrument itself. Because, and I'm not saying if you're in a bad mood, what is it like? I mean, what's the initial draw? What's the pull to get you to sit down behind that kit? And what do you feel when you're back there? What is the fire, I guess, for what you're doing there? It's important to identify that, as I said, because otherwise you'll just be a gray, empty vessel, just kind of going through the motions. So, and if you can identify this when you're going through those hard times, because they're going to happen when you're not feeling up to it, you can try and reconnect with that emotion and that feeling, and then throw that out there and try and get yourself into that space. Personally, it's kind of it's a that I mean, you'll gauge this is a really hard thing to articulate. Maybe just to think it would work better, but it's one of those things where you feel like a tree in the ground. You feel really rooted and connected, and it just makes sense. It's almost like, I guess it's like when peanut butter finally gets to hang out with jelly. They become friends, and they just know that it's right. It just works. It's just bliss. It's just perfect. To have anything else is a bit ludicrous. So I guess I feel like peanut butter and jelly when I sit down and play. So hopefully you guys do as well. But it's one of those things that I don't know, it just kind of channels all the way through you, and it's one of those things that if you weren't doing, you'd be questioning yourself. You'd be wondering, what the hell am I going? Why am I not doing this? Or why has it been so long since I've done this? And so I know when I get up and do a gig, or even mostly when I do a gig, because that's when it all comes out. You just, yeah, you get that charge. It just feels right. It is. I don't know. You just link up with the people you're playing with, and it just feels like, it really feels like that long awaited friend that you haven't seen in a long time, and you're just connecting, and it's oh my god, this is wonderful, thank you. And then that translates over to the people that are listening, and then they can feel that. And yeah, so really, what do you feel like when you play the drums, and why do you play the drums? So throw it down below. This was a quick one, bit of an esoteric entity, but try and identify that feeling, because it'll help you in the times when you might have a hard time. So stay safe.